Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Monday, November 20th. So I had a lightish work week last week, but the 2 days I did work, holy moly, doozies, like doozies. And I did go on Saturday and I got the pink in my hair, as you can see, and it didn't turn out quite like I had expected. When I came home Saturday, it was a lot brighter. Like it was bright magenta and it was just too much. I do not blame my stylist at all. You know, hair color is not an exact science when you get it. It was a learning lesson for me. So I washed my hair 3 times, just the front, the pink parts, between Saturday night and Sunday. And this is the result. And I like this a lot better. I like the lighter pink, like that bright, way too much. So I don't go back to see her until January, and I'm sure this pink will be gone by then. And what I had asked her to do, because you have to like bleach these sections to get that kind of pink, since it's already going to be light, I said, why don't we do those pieces blonde? And I'm going to show you an inspiration pic I had, if I saved it. I don't know if I saved it on here. I had found it on Pinterest and it looked really beautiful, where the front pieces are blonde. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I probably won't. That seems to be par for the course. But yeah, just having those, I'm not finding it. I didn't save it. Like usually when I see a picture I like, I took a picture with my phone, but I'm recording on my phone, so can't show you that. So yeah, we'll just forget that. But yeah, I am going to have her do it blonde. So that was that. Questions. So I only had 2 questions this week, or 3 questions. What's this question? Yes, I had 3 questions. The biggest question I had was, when I do an unboxing for a diamond painting kit, can I start showing the diamonds? Yes. Now, I will say that Diamond Art Club is releasing 100 kits for Black Friday. And I have a couple of those I'm sneak peeking. I've already done 1, and then I have 2 more going up this week. And I pre-recorded those last week before I had any of this question. So I don't show the diamonds in any of those videos. So I apologize in advance for that. But going forward, when I do an unboxing, I will show the diamonds. And it made sense when someone said they like to see the special diamonds, especially, and the ABs and where they go on the canvas. So, okay. Another question I had, someone asked, I don't understand why you purchased thread for most of your projects when you bought the whole range of DMC a while back. And this person said, I'm not a regular cross stitcher. I mostly do needlepoint. And if I already have a color needed for a project, I use that. So the projects that I think she was talking about were in the sip and stitch boxes. And when you buy a sip and stitch box, they give you the thread, they give you the DMC. So why would I not use that DMC, right? But for any other project that calls for DMC, yes, I use the bobbins. Like the project I'm working on now, I use what I have because I have the entire set of DMC. And then if something calls for an overdyed thread, of course I'm going to buy that because I don't keep like a whole thing of those on hand. Okay, the next question was, someone asked me, where did I get the Rudolph needle minder I had been using? And I cannot remember. The needle minder they're talking about is this one. It's so cute, right? I want to say I got this from Etsy or Down Sunshine Lane, because when I was really, really into buying needle minders, I bought a ton from Down Sunshine Lane. I love Amy over there at her website. And I bought a lot on Etsy. So I am not sure where I got this. I love it though. Isn't it cute? And it's very sparkly. And yeah, I'm sorry that I don't remember where. It was years ago that I bought that needle minder. Okay. Movies and TV this week. I have watched quite a bit of things. I've watched a bunch of movies. So Tubi, which I've talked about before, has a lot of, it's all free on there to watch. You have to watch some ads. I don't mind that. So I watched The Illusionist with Edward Norton, which I've seen that movie many times. Absolutely love it. It's so, so good. About a magician who is in Vienna. I think he's in Vienna. He's a magician now. Glengarry Glen Ross, which is an older movie. It has Al Pacino, Kevin Spacey. It's about this real estate firm. And wow, the movie is not that long, and it is literally about a 24-hour period. Holy moly. And then I was watching, I love time travel movies, and I forget what movie. I started watching Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow, and then I just turned it off. But it made me think of Peggy Sue Got Married. Love that movie so much. With it's got Nicolas Cage, Kathleen Turner, and even Helen Hunt is in the movie as their daughter grown up. It's so good. Kathleen Turner is Peggy Sue, and she is an adult and she winds up fainting at her high school reunion. And when she wakes up, she's back in high school. It's so good because she takes her brain, her adult brain back into high school, and she chooses different things. And it makes you wonder, like, if you would choose something different, do you still get to the same path? Do you still get to the same thing? It's such a good movie. I've seen that movie so many times. I also watched some horror or suspense movies. Drag Me to Hell. So this is a movie, and I've seen it before. It has Justin Long in it as the love interest. This woman, I don't remember her name, but she is a loan officer at a bank. And she denies this woman who is a gypsy an extension on her mortgage. And the gypsy curses her. And OMG. OMG, what happens? It's a pretty good movie if you like those kind of movies. And that was on Tubi as well. Then I watched Misery, which one of my all-time favorites. Love the Stephen King book. Love the movie. Kathy Bates, James Caan. Fantastic if you haven't seen that. And then I watched Consenting Adults, which is a suspense movie. It stars Kevin Spacey is in it. I can't think of the husband. He's famous. Can't think of his name. But it's Kevin Spacey and the husband. They're neighbors. They're both married. They live next door to each other. They wind up becoming really good friends, and things go awry. That's all I'm going to say. It's well worth watching. I really enjoyed it. And then the last movie I watched last night while stitching on Tubi, called The Face of Love. And I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while. It stars Annette Bening and why can't I think of his name? He's another famous actor. Ed something. Bald. I know you're going to be putting it in the comments. It's not Edward Norton. No, this is Ed something though. Anyway, they're married and they're on vacation and he dies. And then they fast forward 5 years later. And when she's in this art museum that they used to go to, she sees someone who was the spitting image of her husband, and she can't let it go. She tracks this guy down. So I'm not going to say any more, but wow. And I tried to think to myself, what would I do if I saw someone who looked exactly like, and I mean, obviously it's the same actor, but someone who looked exactly like my husband who had passed away. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure what I would do. Okay, reading books. I read a novella, and I think a novella means it's less than 100 pages. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong about that. I read a novella by Peter Swanson called The Christmas Guest. It was so good. This girl's in college, this American girl's in college in London, and she goes to a friend's house for Christmas, and it doesn't go well. It was so good though. It definitely built the suspense. I like Peter Swanson's books. I've read many of his books. And then yesterday I started reading The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. It's so good too. He lays out the book in 40 days. You're supposed to read a passage a day, and I've already started taking notes. I have a journal, and I just said I'm going to take notes for this. So highly recommend all of that. Okay, purchases. I did not purchase anything this week, but I did want to show you. I asked my mom for a sewing machine for Christmas. Yes, I did, because I decided I want to be able to turn some of my cross stitch pieces into pillows. I have that empty cubby downstairs, and I will take you in my office and show you, but I have a basket that is sort of like a bread bowl that I could display these. And I researched a lot of sewing machines for beginners because I'm a complete beginner. Bill is actually very, very knowledgeable on the sewing machine. So he is going to show me, and my mom said she would get it, no problem. So I'm going to show you what it is. It's a Singer. It's this one. I watched so many YouTube videos, and this one got really good reviews. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'll set it right here on the table in front of me. And I watched a bunch of tutorials from the ladies at Primrose Cottage Stitches because they turn a lot of the things into pillows. Can't wait. It doesn't look hard what they do. So stay tuned for that next year. And then on the shelf, which I'll show you, where I have like the bread bowl, there's a little space next to it. And I was like, I'd like to have maybe like a pin cushion or something that I can make and set there seasonally, maybe. I found on Just Another Buttons website these hoop tuffet kits, and they're all out of stock. And I even emailed them and said, are you going to be getting any more of these in? I'm going to show you what they look like because they're so cute. And they replied back and said they did not know, that they did not realize, I guess, the success it would have or how popular it would be. But it's so cute. Okay, here is a Valentine's Day one they did. And I mean, it's small. It's only 3 inches, but it's so cute. And you get the little pins with it. I mean, that whole kit was only $11.50. And then let me show you, I'll go to their Christmas shop and show you the one I really liked. I really loved this one. Very, very simple. Again, sold out. Look how cute that is. So, so cute. So I hope, okay, the pins aren't included in it. You would have to buy the pins, but that's okay. They have the set of pins right there. So, so cute. We'll see if they are able to get them back in stock because I would love to try to make one. Okay, so my stitching, oh, well, I didn't purchase anything, but this week I was trying to figure out what I am going to take to my retreat. On November 30th, I go to Ocean City for the Tangles the winter retreat. And I'd like to keep it simple with what I bring for stitching because we're doing a lot of talking. I don't like to bring a lot of stuff in my suitcase. So I have a lifetime membership to the Daily Cross Stitch website, which I want to say it only cost $20 when I bought it. They have a new pattern every day. They have a ton of free patterns. It's amazing. For $20 for lifetime, love it. So I hadn't been on there in a while, and I went on there and I found these patterns, and I'm going to take these 3 patterns with me. I'm sorry, 4. I would be able to stitch them all on white perforated paper. Are you kidding me? The bunny is holding a cup of coffee or whatever you wanted to say. Love it. 2 colors. Then she had another one. It's a fox. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, going to do that one too. Love that one. This one, I laughed so hard. I slay. And I would do the snowflakes in silver petite treasure braid for sure. And then the last one, I really love this one. Hello, Winter. She has such amazing patterns on the website. Absolutely love them. So yeah, I'm going to be taking those 4 with me to the retreat. Okay. My whip that I've been working on this week, I got quite a bit done on it. And I'm going to take you in my office because I pulled out my Lowry stand again because I'm stitching this one on fabric. So this is what I'm working on, Christmas Alphabet by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I changed every color in the pattern except white. Theirs is more of darker muted colors. I wanted brighter colors, and my conversion is in the description box below if you want to see it. Isn't it so cute? I love it. I finished that candy cane border last night. I love so much how this is turning out. So I have the project on roller frame scroll rods. So glad that I didn't get rid of any of that stuff because you never know really when you're going to change your mind. And when I stitch on fabric, I have to have it in something, a Q-snap, a hoop. This I really enjoy because then I can just roll it up. But it's looking so good. And I used Petite Treasure Braid PB52 for the ornament hangers. And I was originally, and I think I said this last week, I was originally going to use buttons for the presents. I'm going to stitch the presents now. So the ribbon for the presents, I'm going to use Petite Treasure Braid as well. So yeah, I think it's turning out so very cute. And this would be my first pillow. I'm going to save this until I get the sewing machine and do a pillow. So can't wait to do that. And the last thing I'm going to talk about before I take you in my office, I didn't do any diamond painting this week, so I have no progress to show you on that. Bill and I like to watch a channel where the person does a mukbang, which is where they just eat at a restaurant, they eat in their car, and they talk about the food and all that. They had a question because they answer questions in these. What top 3 people would you like to have a mukbang with? Right? And so Bill and I try to answer the questions ourselves when we watch these videos. And Bill rattled off his 3 names in about 2.3 seconds. He said, Dolly Parton. He is fascinated with Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, Carrie Underwood, Jennifer Aniston. I was stumped on who I would do this with. And that night, he's like, you really can't think? And I was like, I'm just not like gaga over any male celebrity like that. So when I was stitching that night and I was watching The Illusionist, it hit me. Edward Norton, surely. Edward Norton. So I had my list because then all these people started coming to me. So I wrote actually 5 people. So I'm going to tell you. Matthew McConaughey, love him. So many movies. The Lincoln Lawyer is probably my favorite movie that he's done besides Two for the Money with Al Pacino. Edward Norton, Tyler Perry, love him. His movies. Have a meal with that man? Are you kidding? Riley Sager, of course. Love all of his books. Yes. And then the last one I wrote was my grandfather at 30. I have always, like I said, been fascinated with like time travel and things like that. I would love to have seen my grandparents when they were like 30, 35 years old to sit down and have a conversation. So yeah, So that's what I wrote down. Let me know down below who you would pick. 3 people. Okay. I'm going to pause the video and take you in my office. I'm going to show you my Lowry setup and how I stitch at night. Okay. Okay, before I continue to talk about my setup, I forgot to show you the diamond painting. I don't know how I forgot. So this is where we hung Queen of the Snow Fairies. Bill painted the frame and did the eyelets and all of that on Saturday. He did not make this frame. So let me get a little closer. He did not make the frame. I purchased it. He painted it, drilled the holes with the drill press. And yeah, so it looks fantastic here. So the frame is purple, and then I have like a purple washi tape. And then the hanger is like purple and pearls. It looks so good here. And with the light shining on it, it is so, so sparkly. It's amazing. It truly, truly is amazing. Okay, here is my Lowry setup. So I have the teal one, and I have 40 pounds of weight on the bottom of it, 2 bars that I bought from Amazon, and then 2 10-pound weights that I had. This is the roller frame scroll rod, and this is the corner clamp for the Lowry that I have it in. It holds it amazingly. So I put my needle minder here. And then this is actually a toolbar that you can buy for the Lowry, where if you have a magnifying glass or a lamp that screws in, you can screw it into here. I bought it solely so I could clip my lamp to it, and it works amazing. I absolutely love this lamp. So when you turn it on, it's so, so bright. It's amazing. And the top of this, I mean, this will split if you need. I always just keep it together. It like sticks together. Love it. And then it has 3 settings. And then the graph holder, I want to say it's called Grip It Graph. I bought this from 123 Stitch. So it will clip onto your scroll rod or your Q-snap, and then you clip your pattern in here. And it keeps me from having to have the pattern on my fabric. Now, because of having this clipped on here, I have been doing the pin stitch to end my stitches. I don't flip over this scroll rod when I'm stitching. I do the loop method to start because I'm doing 2 strands. And then I will do the pin stitch to end, which has worked fabulously. And then over here, and I got this from Ginger Gerald Stitcher. This is a iPad holder. It's actually for like a musician. It's supposed to clamp onto a microphone stand. And if you want to have the lyrics like on your iPad, but he used it because he used Pattern Keeper when he was stitching a Heaven and Earth Designs, or one of those programs where you needed to mark off your pattern on your iPad. I use it so I can watch my movies and shows when I'm stitching. It's fantastic. The iPad, a corner goes here, a corner goes there. You adjust it to the back. It's fantastic. Excuse me, a tickle in my throat. So I have videos on all of this stuff. I know I showed the setup before when I first got the Lowry and the microphone, the iPad stand, and all of that. But I just wanted to show you guys again because I decided to pull this out because I was stitching this on fabric. So, okay, that's it, guys. I hope you all have a great week, a good Thanksgiving, a good Black Friday, a safe holiday if you are going out and about traveling. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.